So it's also my pleasure to kick off tonight's celebration of the 2019 recipients of the RAC Volunteer of the Year Award. And this is an ongoing award that has been presented for many years, and it recognizes outstanding volunteerism, leadership, and a significant contribution made to your individual association. So that's taken a variety of forms over the years, but we've always had really outstanding winners. As you can see now, there have been some outstanding recipients over the years. These are just some of who's won previously. And for my very first introduction, I'd like to bring Danny Rosen, CAS, to the stage. Danny is a former Kappa board member and a current PPAI board member, and he will be joining us to introduce our first recipient. So, you better run.
All right, you hang tight. All right, so I get to do something really special. I want to talk a little bit about a guy named Roger William Burnett for a moment. And rather than give you a resume highlight reel, what I'd like to say is that we're going to talk a little bit about connection. For those of you who are in Jess's first keynote speech early on, she talked about being vulnerable and honest with yourself, and therefore you will find your people. I think Roger certainly epitomizes that in so many ways, but it wouldn't be fair if we didn't kick something off that was related to a promotional product giveaway. If someone could tell me, for a luxurious promotional product, who is in the middle of Roger and I in that picture? Who? No? Jay-Z, no? Who? Usher, no? No. No. Wow. Peter Piper? What are you people? Roger, who is this?
Robert Randolph.
Thank you. This is Robert Randolph from Robert Randolph and the Family Band. Come on, guys. Here you go. Here's the first ever Promo Cares promotional products, compliments of Kenny Vett and Gold Star. Okay, so let's start with this photo. So Roger and I are bookending this famous artist. He's like this mind-blowing pedal steel guitar player. And where this is taken is just happenstance at an event in Raleigh, North Carolina called Band Together. Roger happened to orchestrate a group of people from this industry to fly into Raleigh to volunteer and to enjoy the act of giving back to a group called Communities in Schools and raise $1 million. Roger's that kind of guy. He's about bringing connection together. He's a lover of music for sure. But I think like many of us, we share a connection in dreaming big and in servitude in this particular industry. And for those of you who know Roger like I do, you know he's gregarious. He's a sense of adventure. Roger agrees wholeheartedly with Roy Spence, who happened to be Expo's keynote earlier this year, when he says there's a fun crisis in business. And Roger brings fun to everything he does, which is a gift. He has an amazing, infectious laugh. Are you with me on that? He's a gift to all of us. And I'm really proud of him. I'm proud to call him my friend. We need more people like Roger William Burnett in this world. We really do. And so I would like for you to join me in welcoming your co-volunteer of the RAC universe, the man with the gregarious, infectious laugh, Roger William Burnett.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. I thought it only fitting that I had the opportunity to be the first recipient after the awarding of the Donna Hall Scholarship. She was like a mom to me. I can't even express to you. Each of you have had a moment where someone important to you in your life said to you, you know what, you're better than you realize. And it's important for each of us to listen in that moment. Frequently, many of us will push that under the rug for insecurity or any other reason that allows us to diminish what someone wants to give you when it comes to a gift of praise. Don't do that. It's important for you to realize that when someone's telling you not to hide your light under a barrel, someday maybe you're up here receiving an award. And it's important to allow yourself the opportunity to have that happen. So to her, I say, I know that she's smiling down on us, and I'm so happy for that. The saying goes that people buy from people they know, like, and trust, yet it's increasingly more difficult to create the kind of real connections we're all searching for. And that's why I love volunteering so much. When you have an opportunity to work alongside other people from the industry on an item of common interest, it gives you the chance to find the people amongst you that you know, that you like, and that you trust. And volunteering, if done correctly, is one of the best ways I know to find your tribe. People approaching their work in a way you admire, and like Danny, changing the market in memorable ways. I've had the good fortune to be surrounded by people far talented than me, who've repeatedly and sincerely expressed an interest in my success. And I'd like to think that it has more to do with my immense talent. But in reality, I know that it's mostly because I've never said no. And when you get a yes from me, it's all in. The amazing thing is, the more I say yes, the more I find the universe giving me immense gifts in return, the most important being the people I now call friends by virtue of the time we've spent together, dedicating time, effort, and energy towards making sure our marketplace is healthy. I'm surrounded by so many people in this room who share my belief that our medium has the opportunity to make the world a better place. Danny and I gave a presentation today specific to our efforts around highlighting the ways the people in our industry are using their businesses for superpowers for social good. And we have an Ignite succession tomorrow at 11:45 a.m. somewhere on the app. I'm hoping I know where I'm going because I have the app as well, where we're going to let you in on a little secret we intend to share with interested regional associations looking to inject a little goodness into your membership. I've always wanted to walk away from an LDW with something super actionable. We always go away from this event and everyone is super excited for stuff, and then we get back to home and life gets in the way. And I've always been a little bit disappointed in our ability collectively to take what we learn here and do something with it. So for me, for you tomorrow, if your regional association has any interest whatsoever in making the world a better place, please come and visit us because I have something actionable for you. And I'm super excited to share it. As I accept this award from the Regional Association Council, I do so with the good fortune of having the opportunity to share it with a man who I admire very much, Stephen Meyer. Steve, you've always been there to listen to me when I was rambling and maybe I had just a few too many cocktails, because that never happens. And you served, sir, as a great sounding board for me along the way, and I'm so happy to have the chance to share this moment with you. Likewise, my wife, Melissa, my son, Dylan, and his girlfriend, Kate, are here with me, and I'm blessed to have the opportunity to share this moment because as Paul and many members of this community have shared with previous winners, by inviting our families, what we're saying is we recognize the sacrifice our families make to allow us to have this opportunity to spend time, effort, and energy in making our industry a better place. And I'm super, super grateful to have a chance for my family to have a chance to hear you all tell them what you think of me. And so far, you've done a great job. Don't screw it up. Thank you so much. I've always loved when the award winners were able to celebrate with them, and I know that that sacrifice is important, and the fact that I have an opportunity to share it with them in front of all of you is super important to me. I can't thank you all enough. Thank you very much.
So I think this was supposed to be Danny's honor, not mine, but I'm going to go ahead and enjoy that I get to do it. And, oh, you took it.
I already had it.
I get to give it.
There's pictures. There's already pictures. But thank you.
All right. You officially have your award. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Congratulations again, Roger. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to do something right now they usually expect from Paul and not from me, and it's to go off script slightly. And they always say, we know Paul's going to do this, but here's your script, Lindsay, even though you'll stick to it. So sorry, everyone. Here we go. I promise it'll be short. But the two gentlemen that won these awards tonight had a huge mark on my beginning volunteerism in this industry. And I just want to share two very quick stories at the very end. Roger was in my role at my very first LDW. And I know that many of you are at your first. And I hope that I have been half as inspiring as he was. After he got through a few hockey analogies, I eventually was inspired by the amazing words he shared about the family that is this community, about the inspiration that is this community, about the love and true balance to your work you have in this group. And I can't agree with him more. And Steve, I'm actually going to share a story I think you don't share very often, and I'm going to, so I hope that's okay. Steve sat at my kitchen table many years ago with Paul. I know, and I know you two don't share the story because I think it's mine to share, and I appreciate that. But I owned a very small supplier company, so small it operated out of a home. And when Paul first started, it was important that Stephen, who was his PPI board chair at the time, it was important to him that he saw all facets of this industry, including small companies. And they sat at my kitchen table, and they had coffee in my very, very small office, and talked about what this industry means and what small suppliers mean. And that following year, I went to my first LTW and got involved after our incredible conversations we had. So I think you two have both made a huge mark on me in this industry, and I just want to use that to ask this room to say congratulations and thank you again to both of you. So, all right. Whew. Okay, so with that, I also want to say thank you on behalf of the Awards and Recognition Committee, the Volunteer of the Year Advisory Board, and the entire RAC Board to both of you for all of the work you've done. You are truly inspiring. As we wrap up, I'd like to extend some additional thank yous this evening. We do hope you've enjoyed yourselves tonight, the venue, the food, the entertainment. And we also want to say thank you to our vendor partners that made tonight so special. So you're seeing that list up here on your screen. Yeah? I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the many, many suppliers who generously support this event each and every year. You're seeing that full group up here. So thank you to everyone. So thank you, yes, for your generosity.